I think a VC was trying to understand, like, okay, so you're going to have a multiplayer online battle arena game where a bunch of college kids are going to be killing each other online, and you're going to make money by selling virtual skins, which kind of translate to them playing dress-up doll. And we're like, well, kind of, but not really. And they're like, yeah, good luck with that. We believe this would work for a variety of reasons. So one, the free-to-play business model was already having success in Korea in particular, and then starting to have some success in China. And then the type of content or games that could benefit the most from this type of model, we thought were going to be competitive multiplayer games. StarCraft 2 was coming out. This is going to be the sequel to the best PC game of all time, which was going to have a new map editor that birthed the genre that inspired League of Legends. And they were going to have a mechanism to enable for the creators of these mods to actually make money and sell them directly.
Wow.
We were terrified of StarCraft 2. And so we actually timed our Season 1 competitive update 2 weeks before they launched. And then subsequently, both Valve Entertainment and Blizzard announced MOBAs, direct competitors to come directly after us. And so we did not have a moment's rest. And anyway, there was just one thing after another, where it wasn't until late 2011 where we started to realize, okay, you know what? Maybe this is actually going to be a thing.
We liked Riot because it had sort of this double meaning of kind of the fist in the air, on behalf of players and gamers, and then, at the same time, this lightheartedness, double entendre for, it's a riot. It doesn't take itself too seriously. And the cool thing about the name was when we first started going to conferences and meeting people, they say, where you're from, we say Riot Games, they'd be like, oh yeah, I've heard of you guys. And of course they hadn't, but for some reason there was like something about it that was familiar to people.
Well, so Steve Feek, his online handle was Ginsu. And it was very hard to actually track down the real Ginsu online because there were a variety of people who went under the Ginsu handle. And so, I ended up talking to a guy in Brazil, and he was trying to pretend he was Steve and things like that. And so, but ultimately it took us many months to find Steve Feek. We brought him on to the company, I think in either December 2006 or January 2007. But he was working at Best Buy in Wisconsin and was in college studying computer science. And he was just this incredibly passionate, smart, thoughtful game designer, but with really, sort of self-taught.
Huh. And so you reached out to Steve and you were like, hey, come move to LA. We're going to start this thing. And he's like, I'm working at Best Buy. Why not?
Pretty much, yeah. And, we ended up talking to his parents also because they were also like, is this real? And the whole thing. And we flew Steve out, and, we ended up having sort of these young, inexperienced, very passionate people that were sort of interns or whatnot that would hire on Craigslist, but that really understood the content and the vision we were trying to create. When we first opened up the office, there were 4 of us. And over the next several months, we probably grew to about 12. And, maybe 3 of them were interns with, essentially no experience.